In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. So God became flesh, and he dwelt among us in the person of Jesus. Scripture says the fullness of God was in Jesus. So as Jesus walked around and he would speak, people listened because he spoke things that mattered. When he talked, he was saying things that could change your life. He said things worth listening to, and so people listened. Well, Jesus is still talking today. It's a spiritual conversation. Jesus said, the words I speak, they are spirit and they are life. And so we need to be listening with our spirit, and we need to be hearing the words of life. Well, today, I want to show you one of the very first things that Jesus did, and the religious world as a whole is afraid of this. They stay away from this. They run from this. But we need to learn about this so that we can walk in freedom. Today, we're in Mark 1, and I'm going to read verses 23 through 28, and they say this. Just then, there was a man in their synagogue with an unclean spirit, and he cried out. This guy had a demon. And he cried out, saying, What business do we have with each other, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God. Now, think about what this guy said. That's not something that a human being's going to say to Jesus. No, that's something that a demon's going to say, and he was saying it through the voice of a man. Folks, I have seen that. I have seen that in the natural, and I have even seen it in Christian people. I have seen a Christian speak words that were clearly not their words, the words of a demon speaking through them. Now, have you heard the teaching that a Christian can't have a demon? Well, I can't take the time to give you a full teaching, but we are spirit people with a soul, and we live in a body. We're three parts. And if you're born again, your spirit is brand new, born again, born of the Spirit, born of God. And you're right, a demon cannot possess your spirit. But oh my goodness, can a demon ever influence your thinking, influence your emotions, and can they ever affect your body? Illness and disease, for the most part, comes from demonic oppression. Now, that's what Scripture says. And so, absolutely, the voice of a demon can come from a human being, and it did in this case. And so here's how Jesus handled it. He said, Jesus rebuked him, saying, Be quiet and come out of that man. Well, throwing him into convulsions, the unclean spirit cried out with a loud voice and came out of him. Because demons have to obey the voice of Jesus speaking through us. See, Jesus came to destroy the works of the devil. We are told in Scripture, submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from us. Again, I say, I have seen that in the here and now. And so we've got to learn about this so that demons and their influence can be cast out, that we would not give power to the evil one. Well, this is what the people said, and this is what we need to pay attention to. Verse 27, they were all amazed, so that they debated among themselves, saying, What is this? A new teaching with authority? Absolutely. We need to get teaching about our authority over demons. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him. And we can do the same thing. We've been given the authority to do that very thing. Verse 28, immediately the news about him spread everywhere into the surrounding district of Galilee. Well, folks, we need to not just be Christians by words. We need to be Christians who move in authority, demanding the oppression of the enemy to be cast out so that we walk in freedom. Complete freedom, spirit, soul, and body. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow. We're going to talk about healing a little bit. Come be with us. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. Jesus.